Welcome back to the kickoff video edition of the Social Media Makeover Forum here at the V-Link Solutions Studios in Atlanta, Georgia. In this segment, Chris Wise, co-founder of Security 101, will receive social media makeover advice from Nicole Fields, social media manager at Fiserv, and Josh Martin, manager of social media at Arby's Restaurants. Guys, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Why don't we do a quick intro? Tell us what you do at your respective companies. Nicole, why don't you start first?
Sure, Dan. I'm social media marketing manager at Fiserv, which is a financial services company, and I work to leverage social media to help drive awareness and adoption of our payment services.
And what kind of properties are you using principally?
Mostly Facebook and Twitter, some LinkedIn and YouTube.
Gotcha. And Josh, tell us a little bit about your role.
Yeah, Josh Martin, manager of social media at Arby's. There I manage all of our social media channels and properties for the brand, and also the social media campaigns that we run on a monthly basis.
Good for you. Well, Chris, are you ready for a little consultation here?
I am ready, absolutely. Looking forward
to it. Be kind. You guys were listening to our first segment and you sort of looked at the properties. You want to give us your first overall 30,000-foot perspective on the Security 101 social media efforts? Nicole?
Sure, I'll go ahead and start. I think that it's great that you guys have a presence. It looks like you might need to figure out how to, make social media part of your integrated marketing plan rather than a standalone unit.
Okay.
Yeah, it's great that you guys have a presence out there. That's step one in the process, I think, just being out there. I think one is having a clear goals of what each property serves for people that are visiting. So Facebook, Twitter, when I land there, what am I getting out of liking Security 101 and following on Twitter?
Okay.
How do you feel about that?
Well, as discussed in our previous segment, the understanding and depth of knowledge that we have within our organization to utilize social media is there. The determination of rewriting the conditions of what we want to get out of each one of those dispensations is changing and it's evolving, and I feel strongly that for every corporation those changes will continue. The overwhelming thing that I'm hearing is we absolutely need to address and be more specific about intended target markets and intended relevance to what is it we're trying to say and to whom are we trying to say it.
So we'll use this segment to sort of do a deeper dive into strategy and a little bit of content. So Josh, we're going to start a little bit with you here. In terms of Arby's Restaurant is a franchisor. So what advice would you give Security 101, which is also a franchisor, about creating social media strategy to attract customers and recruit franchises?
Sure. At Arby's, honestly, our priority focus in our social media efforts is around our customers. So when you come to our social media properties, we're focused strictly on promoting the brand and generating awareness for our customers. So they're going to get updates, coupons, and things like that. In terms of franchisees, that hasn't been a true focus for Arby's brand, but there are ways that we can leverage social media. So we can create a section on our Facebook tab that's strictly for franchisees if they're just signing up. Would be an opportunity.
Okay.
Is your social media strategy more toward your customers or people who would potentially sell your services?
Social media strategy to date has been primarily focused on our customers. The reality of attracting a potential franchisee and a potential customer in our viewpoint, those two individuals would be going to the same place. But the deliverable of services speaks to, in my opinion, what a potential franchisee would be looking for as an investment. So to date, that has all been targeted toward that customer and that potential customer, the end user of our services.
Well, Nicole, you've been involved with the Fiserv social media for a while now, correct?
Correct.
Tell me a little bit about actually, let me rephrase it. What kind of recommendations would you give Chris when formulating a social media strategy? What are the things that are top of mind for you?
Yeah, so when you're formulating a social media strategy, I'd recommend that you look at your company goals and objectives and let those filter down through your social media. A lot of people will just say, hey, my strategy is to create a Facebook page. Right. Well, essentially that's not a strategy, that's just a tactic. It's a tool you can use to help you reach your goals and objectives. So really look and take a step back and say, what are my bigger goals and objectives?
Okay.
What is one of your biggest objectives, do you think?
Again, one of our largest objectives is brand awareness and recognition of who is Security 101 on a national and global level. The recognition of who we are, then mirroring the service delivery that we have, and having, more importantly, not that we just install this stuff, but we have a culture that's very relaxed and non-corporate, if you will, as well.
Well, listen, when I advise my clients at Listen Interactive, it's all about having content that is relevant, timely, and consistent. Josh and Nicole, based on your experience, what kind of content do you think Security 101 should be doing, and how often do you think they should be posting?
Sure.
Josh?
I think at Arby's, balance is strictly important in social media. So you got to find the right balance of content in the space. So at Arby's, we kind of balance it between some of our content's promotional, some of our content's around our partnerships and coupons, but then also times it's relational. So it's, if it's like a leap day, it's like, hey, it's leap day. How are you enjoying your extra day this year? So it kind of, so they're not, you're not hammering them a marketing message all the time. So I think balance is very important in terms of content.
Okay.
Yeah, I would agree. I like to say the 80-20 rule, right? Only 20% should be sales or promotional type of material. The rest of it should be educational, informing your customers on value or anything relevant to security that they would find value in.
Okay.
Well, with limited resources, how do you think a small company like Security 101 can get the most bang for its buck? How do you sort of maximize your efforts? Josh, you want to take a crack at that?
Yeah, I mean it's tough to kind of balance those things. So it's definitely good to build out a calendar content. So on a monthly basis, kind of go through the month and what do we need to post about this month? What's going on in our company? What kind of hot topics are out there? And that really helps us be really more efficient in the space.
Well, we are using video. So my final question, as we sort of begin to wrap up this segment, is: are you using video, and how important is video in your social media strategy? Nicole, do you want to take a quick crack at that?
So I manage the consumer side of social media at Fiserv, but the corporate Fiserv account does leverage video to kind of mix up the media and the message that people are seeing. People are more apt to get visuals versus text, so I think leveraging video on occasion is definitely going to be important.
And beyond video, there's also infographics as well. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to take a break now, and we're going to continue this discussion. In the next segment, we're going to look at the issues of engagement, per se, and also measurement. But I just want to let you know, thank you for your time, and we look forward to the next segment. And you are watching the Social Media Makeover Video Forum.